Cthulhu Mansion is a kind of movie that riffs a little bit on H.P. Lovecraft, kind of trying to drag in that audience. And you know, there's a lot of movies that really kind of riff on Lovecraft. This one is all about an aging magician who, illusionist, who has dabbled in the occult and caused the death of his wife. Many years later, he's at a fairground, he's doing his show. There is a group of teens involved in a drug deal when somebody dies and one of them ends up shot. They decide to use this old man and his daughter to escape the police, and they go to his mansion, which is so happened called Cthulhu, where the old man says he'll help them up, give them all the money they need as long as they leave the place. Youth of today don't want to be told what to do. They're going to stay no matter what, and they're going to die horrible deaths because of it. Now, this is a kind of weird movie because it feels low budget. The acting is pretty terrible, and it feels like it should be dubbed. In fact, it would almost better make the movie better if it was dubbed. The production standards look pretty decent. The effects are fantastic, yet it has these two mixed kind of feelings: low budget with decent effects and a somewhat coherent story, which I kind of appreciated. This is from the director of Slugs, which I love, so I was really curious about delving into this one, and for the most part it's rather pedestrian. You have these 30-year-old actors playing teenagers who are on the wrong side of the tracks, drug dealing, party hard, disrespectful of their elders as well, and they're just kind of running riot around about this. How you get kind of the dynamics of all the relationships and how they relate to each other, and the kind of squabbling that they have within the gang, and then the ghostly things that are starting to happen from this mansion as it starts to affect them in various manners. And for the most part, like I said, you feel as if you're just treading water, slogging it a little bit until you get to the good stuff. But when the good stuff happens in the last 20 minutes, it's remarkably entertaining. You get good effects, you get a nice twisted story, you get some more, even awesomer practical effects later on. And the last 20 minutes of this really justified watching the first 70, if you know what I mean. Sometimes as horror fans, you have to work a little bit with a movie to get the good stuff, and this most certainly delivers. Is it a movie that I could wholeheartedly recommend? Probably not. If you like your kind of low budget, poorly acted horror movies that kind of riff on Lovecraft but don't fully go that tentacle mannered, it's alright. There were certain things that I really did like that were a little bit playful. One of the girls of the gang gets pulled into the fridge by some Zool-like creature, and as she's pottering about the kitchen, she doesn't see these massive rubber hands coming out from behind the fridge, peering over, and just looking ridiculously fake, but incredibly fun. It has that kind of feeling about it. As for the storyline, you can kind of tell where most of it's going, and you're just wanting it to get to the bloodlust and the crazed gore. And the gore is wonderful. The effects are practical and sticky and icky and just horrible looking. And I really enjoyed that aspect of the movie. But it's not great. It's not a great movie. It's probably a 2.5 out of 5 for me, pretty much just because of those last 20 minutes, which I really enjoyed in this one. And yeah, it's not a bad start to Vinegar Syndrome's January releases. Now I'm going to move on with my next movie, which is most probably going to be Dark Tower. We'll wait and see. I'd love to know your thoughts on Cthulhu Mansion. Let me know in that comment box below, and I will see you next time on Man v Film.